Hi, welcome to Bottled Wisdom. This one is, we've called it Think Before You Act, but we're actually picking up on with this acronym LOVE on the first one, because this is a, a kind of an important but a slightly tricky bit, isn't it? So say what it is. What does the L stand for?
L stands for letting the negatives happen.
Right, okay. So why is this important then?
Well, it's important. It's like everything else, that we tend to learn by the consequences, Certainly, if we look at behaviour psychology, they would say that, the outcome either reinforces by getting good things from our actions, which is why pigeons, when they peck away at a lever, and then they get some food, will continue to peck at that lever. That's what they do. That's why gamblers, in flip machines, when they get a jackpot, they'll continue to do it. But we also tend to avoid some of the negative consequences. But if you are not getting any negative consequences from drinking, if you've not got any problems from drinking, why would you stop? It doesn't make any sense, So if you let the negatives happen, then people start to associate with them, and then they learn from it.
Sure. I can see this is going to become another two-parter. But okay, so we need to talk about rescuing and caretaking then. Maybe we'll do this and then talk about just the way that you put that in. But a lot of partners are rescuers, aren't they, and caretakers?
Yes, a lot of them are. Okay,
so let's explain what that is then.
Rescuing is that you... basically, to put it bluntly, it's like treating the drinker like a child and making sure that no harm comes to them. Now, I'm not talking about, if they fell in the fire or, or their lives were in danger or their health was in danger. I mean, I'm not talking about that. Obviously, you protect them. Yeah, obviously.
Can I say too that rescuing... it becomes something we have to highlight in the drink journey, but actually protecting your partner, if you love them, from consequence, it's what we do naturally.
I mean, we look out for each other. We've got each other's back.
Absolutely, yeah.
And but when the drinker is, there's a lot of social consequences with drinking, like secrecy. Secrecy is one of them, You don't tell anybody in case they feel shamed about it.
So you put a shield around, so you shield them, and I think that's the first thing you do as a partner. You love your partner, they begin to behave in ways that are inappropriate, you feel slightly discomforted, but also really concerned for them. So you begin to protect them from what's going on, and gradually, without realising it, you cocoon the problem, and it becomes self-perpetuating because there's never anything negative that makes them stop and think.
And as I've said elsewhere, addiction thrives in secrecy. It does. If nobody knows about it, then it's not a problem.
So that's the first thing, and it is likely you have become a caretaker. In fact, we were really horrified that in some circles they actually in the UK call the partner of a drinker a carer, which makes our hair stand on end. We just go, no, if ever there's a tag that you shouldn't be given, because it isn't your role.
It's a term we're not very happy with.
No, so it's not your role to be your drinker's carer.
But basically, some of these negatives, if they happen to the drinker, then it's the drinker's own fault. But, and we have to let them happen so that they become aware, they begin to associate drinking with negative stuff. And that's how people change,
So then you have kind of this big question is, how much do I expose my drinker to the consequences of their behaviour? So now this is tricky, and I have to say, watch heightened emotions at this point, because if you get hold of this and in a heightened emotion justify it to yourself, oh, it's okay, this is what I'm doing, L of love, and then ring the boss and say, my husband's drinking, that's why he's not coming into work. That is a really dangerous thing to do, because that will rebound on you and your family. So whatever you do when you apply this, don't do it in a heightened state of reaction and emotion. Okay, little things that are quite easy to do.
Can I just say
sure,
that,
yeah.
you know, we use deliberately positive terms: share, love, hope.
Yeah.
You know, these were deliberate acronyms that we chose. So please, this one is love. Think about it as love.
Yeah.
You know, so when you let these negative things happen, do it in love.
Yeah.
You know, and not in anger. You know, it's not an excuse for spite or vengeance or anything like that. Just let it happen, you know, naturally.
So this really then is about setting boundaries, deciding what you're going to do. And so, for example, I think it's always quite helpful to tell your drinker the boundary that you're setting so they have some sort of warning. And so, for example, if they come home late from the pub and the meal, you know, is in the oven and you can kind of then warm it up when they come back, that's something you can do, is just say, if you come back late for your meal because you're drinking, I'm sorry, it's going in the bin, or it's cold.
The dinner is in the dog.
Yeah,
yes.
Yeah. Because then, you know, you're not feeding them when they're misbehaving. So that would be a really simple thing to do. You might decide, for example, if you go to a party, you know, if you show real signs of getting drinking, I'm going to get a taxi, I'm going to come home. In other words, the boundary is, you know, I will not stay with you, you know, and be with you in this situation. I'm going to remove myself. And of course, that's exposing to the drinker. So little things like that, that's what we suggest, isn't it, to start that.
One of the things that we always say is that, you know, mostly drinkers want company when they're drinking, you know. So if they want to sit and sort of blether away on the couch, you know, like drinkers often do. You know, they just go round and round in circles. And I've said it before, drinkers are really boring, you know, and I can say that because I was a drinker and I was really boring, you know, and I've known lots of others. So you don't have to keep them company.
No.
You know?
No, and that's something, again, even if it's, you live in the same room and you just put earphones on and tune yourself out, that's really important.
Yeah.
And again, so you are beginning to detach from the situation and you stop being a facilitator of patterns that are not good.
If they fell asleep on the couch, fine. You know, go to bed.
Yeah.
You don't have to drag them up the stairs to bed, you know.
Yeah.
It's not necessary.
So kind of you're beginning to say, this is happening over there.
Yeah.
I'm going to go somewhere else, or I'm going to be somewhere else, or I'm going to tune out, or whatever.
You're not detaching from the drinker, you're detaching from the drinking, which is a different matter altogether. Because that's the second part of love, is optimizing your time when they're sober, you know. So do nice things when they're sober.
Yeah.
You know. So then you're, you know, attaching with the drinker. You know, it's the drinking you don't want, not the drinker.
Absolutely. So think about the consequences. Like, for example, a real dilemma, actually, and I had this, is if you know your partner's driving when they're drunk.
Yeah.
Because, you know, for some people to kind of shop that means they then would have to drive their partner, you know, for 1.5 hours there and 1.5 back for the job. And so that would rebound really badly.
By shop, which is a colloquial term for letting the police know.
Yes, letting the police know.
Yeah.
But it is a dilemma because there is a kind of a moral integrity there.
That's a difficult one.
Yeah.
I mean, it is a really, really difficult one. You know, if it's somebody else's husband or wife who's drinking, you call the police. When it's yours, not so easy.
No.
It's not so black and white.
And if you're not sure, find a trusted friend and really talk this through with them. Look at the consequences. You know, I don't know, maybe if you do tell the police and you say, I'm sorry, I'm not going to be your taxi, you bought this on yourself. But some of that, again, can rebound into your life. And we wouldn't recommend doing that because you'll end up with more pain than ever.
You're trying to reduce the consequences of drinking in your life. And, you know, so don't cause more through your anger, through, you know, sort of your knee-jerk reactions.
Yeah.
Just don't do it.
No. And the second part of this is, because it's come up and it's kind of part of the whole thing, is just talking about coming out of secrecy. And so we're going to kind of pick up on that in a minute. And again, we're springboarding out of this. As you see, these situations do not have any easy answers, and we are certainly not going to legislate in these situations. So we do strongly suggest, with things with far-reaching consequences, that first you think before you act, but also don't make those big decisions alone. Talk it through with someone who loves you and you know that you can trust. But think about reducing the enabling that's going on in this situation.
Bottled up is not a set of rules that you have to follow.
No.
It's a set of suggestions, and looking at various issues. But at the end of the day, you have to make up your mind.
Yeah.
It's your life, it's your drinker. So you have to decide for yourself. And everybody's situation is slightly different. There's lots of similarities in it, which is why we can talk like this.
Yeah.
But there are differences as well. So, and we have to appreciate those differences.
Yeah. Okay, and so in the next video we're going to talk about protection through secrecy, which is very much a kind of a partner to this particular subject. So do come and join us for the second part of this. Take care. Bye.
Bye.